Hi guys, thanks for tuning in to another episode of Nuggets News. Today we welcome a special guest from a decentralized cloud computing project that I'm really excited about, and that's Julian, one of the co-founders from Aelf. So thanks for coming on.
Hi, Alex. Thanks for having me here. It's great to be on the Nuggets News to share what we're working on. We found it's really exciting. My name is Julian. I'm the co-founder of Aelf. So we've been working on the tech for a while. We just launched a new version yesterday. So we're very excited to see how people can use this technology, particularly, more in general, blockchain, to achieve better things for internet and also for business.
Yeah, fantastic. And you have been one of those projects that's been quieter and hasn't done much marketing, been busy building. That's what I really love to see. So the world of cloud computing and fog computing really fascinates me as we move into the digital age, Internet of Things. But for those people that maybe are beginners or not familiar with it at home, how would you describe what that is and what you guys are trying to do?
Sure, yeah. So, essentially what we're building is a public blockchain that fully harnesses the power of cloud computing to achieve scalability and also flexibility, for business to use. We see Bitcoin and some of the other cryptocurrencies as the first wave of cryptocurrency, where while Ethereum is trying to be more of a programmable money on the internet, but we want to take that one step further, to be more of a generic, decentralized computing platform that people can carry out more complex logics, more generic smart contracts on blockchain. Yeah, so this is our way to form a internet that is more transparent and also that is more innovative, compared to the current one.
So what are some of the best applications that you see for cloud computing and blockchain technology going together? Is it those saving people laying out the money on a lot of hardware that require intense computation? They want to outsource that. What sort of projects or corporate interests have you guys had so far?
Yeah, first of all, this is a general public blockchain. So most of the use cases, if we're looking at payment, if we're looking at cross-border settlement, so those all work on Aelf. Yeah. So the technology that we use, while leveraging cloud computing, on one hand, really helps different sizes of companies to use Aelf technology at a reasonable price. Because when they start small, this is the time that they don't need much computational power and also the bandwidth. So in this case, they just need very small cloud hardwares to support that.
Yeah.
And this is more like a pay-as-you-go service, because if they want to scale up in the future, this is where our technology supports. They just need to have more computers supporting them as one cluster or a cloud at the back end. So this is something that most of the blockchains cannot do because they don't have a scale up. They don't have the capability of scale up. So we have done that in such a way. First of all, we make our nodes can run on a cluster instead of on physical computers. So we separated the logic of storage, computation, and consensus, regardless of the physical boundary of computers. So, by concept, you can always just add more computers to help on the storage side or on the computational side. Yeah, in such a way, we can debottleneck the performance for different businesses.
And how do you see competition? Everyone's familiar with Amazon Web Services and the current tech giants with their cloud computing and their servers. So how do you see your sort of businesses fitting in and competing with the giants?
Okay, so we see that we work, hand in hand with cloud providers while they are providing the hardware and the computational resources, but we are running the software layer on top of that. Yeah, so you can see that we could potentially be one of the service offerings that runs on top of Amazon Marketplace or Google Cloud Service. This is exactly what we're doing right now. So we have already, Aelf technology is already available on our AWS Marketplace. You can also download that on Huawei Cloud. So any clients of Huawei Cloud or Amazon Cloud or Azure, they have the access to run our blockchain while using the cloud hardware by those guys. Yeah, and also we see that there's a potential opportunity that for us to enable companies to run a blockchain running on multiple clouds. Yeah. So this can already bring the benefit that they are not relying on one service provider, and also on a software layer, we bring the verifiable computation and history, transparent history, empowered by a blockchain.
Fantastic. That's really cool. So how does the token tie into all of this?
Mm-hmm. Yep. So the token itself is like a currency that enables people to use, to buy resources and also to make transfers on the blockchain. So this is something similar to the token embedded with Ethereum or EOS. Yeah. We also allowed, on top of being a means of payment, the token itself also allows the token holders to vote for certain decisions on the blockchain. So we make it as a token of governance as well, because what we believe is that certain decisions should be made by the stakeholders, and that's reflected by the holding of the tokens.
Fantastic. Now, the tech space in general continues to grow at that exponential rate. Some people say that we're hitting Moore's law in terms of things getting twice as good every couple of years. But where do you see the future going with software eating the world and the Internet of Things? What does the future look like for you?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I was having some discussions with some other crypto guys recently. So there was a very interesting observation that we made. We're talking about, okay, this might be a little bit crazy and I might be completely wrong, but just something to share. We see that, robotics has already made a body for robots, while AI is kind of, making a mind for the robots to think. Blockchain actually also fits into this picture because blockchain also enables the robots to have their own possessions, their wealth as well, because in this case, it belongs to them and nobody else can take it, compared to if the money goes with the bank. So we see that all the technologies are coming together, to create very new things. That's going to bring in social changes and also political changes, probably in the long run. And we also think that blockchain on its own is not the solution for everything. Blockchain is one essential and important technology, but in a much larger piece, of the new world.
Yeah, I'm glad you said that. Well, obviously, this is one of the better applications we believe, and I'm sure you believe as well, of blockchain technology. But what do you think about the 2017 boom and bust? And as I said before, you guys haven't spent money on being flashy and marketing, you're busy building. So what did you think about watching that from the outside or from the inside of the crypto space, watching that boom and bust cycle?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay, I think 2017 was insane. Yeah, that was just something that, I'm glad I observed it because, that was quite a scene. But we are also quite glad that we kept our head cool, our mind cool. So we didn't do a public token sale, but instead, we went for a private token sale, more anticipating, compliance, institutional support, things like that. I think it's kind of a human nature, when first the world discovers some exciting things, people people tend to overestimate the potential, or people get like overexcited. So that's basically what we see in 2017. But I think also 2017, the boom in 2017 is also because that this is a very first time that a new technology and also the associated investment opportunities are opened up to everyone. Yeah. Internet is about open information to everyone. Then we see a boom over there by people getting access to the information. But blockchain in 2017 was more of giving access, investment access to everyone. And of course, people love it. But in 2018, okay, there's more of an adjustment, and now we're getting into more of, what's the real business. I like the phase right now because every blockchain company feels more like a startup instead of just a flashy, slogan-driven marketing company.
It's gone back to people actually analyzing what teams are doing. And as you said, you guys had a new release yesterday. So what's next on the roadmap for the coming years?
Yeah. Okay. So right now we're focusing on we have launched a few months ago Aelf Enterprise. So that is the blockchain solution that can get any companies to run their Aelf blockchain within 10 minutes. And also this is supported by multiple cloud providers such as AWS, Azure, and Huawei, and probably more to be added on. Yeah. So the new version that we published yesterday is basically a improved version on the scalability side, and also we have added on the governance and economic model. Yeah, so companies can use it for various purposes, and they can even customize it because the whole blockchain has been divided into multiple independent modules. So they can just customize certain modules to their wish, to their will. Yeah.
Fantastic. I did want to keep this fairly short, but I think you guys are doing a really exciting project over there, and I love it when something doesn't get overhyped. So any final thoughts for people at home?
Sure. Yeah. We found it is really exciting right now because probably in a few weeks, we're going to open up the public test, especially to invite a lot of developers to try out Aelf blockchain and to build things on top of us. So we will disclose more details probably after the first week of October, because right now the tech team is on holiday because a lot of our developers are in China right now. And this is the golden week in China. Yeah. For us, we're still committed to really help businesses, to explore what can they do with blockchain. This is a journey that we think it comes from both parties working really hand in hand. And we're quite lucky that, a lot of companies are talking to us. Some are really large companies, multinational corporates, and some are really smart but ambitious startups. So we're working with them. And for me, I'm also just intellectually intrigued to see what are the exciting things come out of this. Yeah. I want to also extend this invitation to everyone who is interested in what's going on in this space. Follow us, maybe help us a little bit as well, join our community. That's what we're looking for.
Fantastic. Yeah, I'll put all the links below to check out what the guys are doing over there over at Aelf. And thanks so much for joining us today, Zilli.
Yeah. Thank you so much for your time, Alex. It's great talking to you.